Knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you glad it's Kindness Day? Welcome to our first ever Kindness Day. I'm Nate Brooks.
And I am Mrs. Harmon.
We are happy to celebrate the wonderful kindness each of Laughlin's students and staff bring to our school each day.
We hope you enjoy every minute of this assembly and that you leave with a very happy feeling inside.
Happy? Did you say happy?
Oh, yes, I sure did.
Well, let's kick off this happy occasion with a performance of Happy.
It is my pleasure to introduce men from the Fort Hays State University Singers performing Happy.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. From a hot air balloon that can go to space. Yeah, like I don't care, baby, by the way. That's why I'm happy. Feel like a room without a room. Because I'm happy I belong, you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy I belong, you feel like happiness does to you. Because I'm happy I belong, you feel like that's what you want to do. But if you're bad news, talking this and that. Give me all you got and don't hold back. I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Your time is why. Because I'm happy I belong and you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy I belong and you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy I belong and you know what happiness does to you. Because I'm happy I belong and you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, yeah, nothing. Bring me down, don't ever do. Bring me down, yeah, nothing. Bring me down, bring me down. Bring me down, yeah, nothing. Bring me down, don't ever do. Bring me down, yeah, nothing. Bring me down, because I'm happy I belong and you feel like a room.
My name is Hope Lowe. Now we have officially started our happy assembly. It is my pleasure to introduce Victory Tiger and two representatives from Fort Hays State University baseball team, Giles Fox and Connor Ross.
Hey everyone, I'm Giles Fox. I'm a pitcher here at Fort Hays State. I'm obviously on the baseball team. I'm a junior. So it's Kindness Day for you guys, so I'm going to start off by asking a question. So let's say you made a mistake, you messed up, okay? What do you want your friends to do when you make a mistake? What do you want them to do? Do you want them to blame you? No. Yeah, me neither. Do you want them to support you, say, hey, you'll get it next time? Right? Yeah. That's what we do on the baseball team. It's the exact same thing. We want that. We want support. That's what being a good teammate's about. Is when someone makes a mistake, you pick them up. You support them. You tell them you'll get it next time, and I'm going to do what I can to make sure that doesn't happen again. I mess up. I'm a pitcher. Sometimes I walk people. Connor picks me up when he's up to bat. he gets a hit. Connor sometimes gets out, not very often, but when he does, I tell him, hey, I'll pick you up. I'll try to get the next guy. I'll try to get, when I go back out to pitch, I'll try to get their guys out, keep them from scoring, and we'll go back out and you'll get another shot at hitting, okay? And that's all we do in baseball. That's what being a good teammate's about, okay? Support. When people make mistakes, you don't blame them. Never blame them. What you do is you support them, you tell them it's all right, and we're going to help you through it, okay? So that's what being kind's about, right? Support. That's all it is. Having each other's backs, okay? So that's what I want you guys to do, okay? Is that easy enough? Yeah. Good enough? All right. Well, thank you guys for having me. I'll let Connor speak now. Thanks, guys.
How awesome is this? You come out to the gym and go to class for a little bit. That must be pretty nice. We have any Royals fans out there? Everybody? Just like Giles, I'm a junior out when I played here for Fort Hays State. I get a rep here with Victory Tiger. He always does his thing for us. Can't see him. I want to read you guys one of my favorite quotes. And it says, "A group becomes a team when each member is sure enough of himself and his contributions to praise the skills of others." And I think that's a pretty big quote. If you can always help your teammates out, and you can always find a way to help them become better. And there's different ways you can do that. I want to give you guys a few things, a few rules or guidelines on how to be a good teammate. You can always listen to your team. You can ask them how they're doing. Hey, what can I do to help out? Are you all right? Maybe you should do this, and just take in what they have to say to you. And always speak positive words. Give them positive feedback. Say something nice to them. Always compliment them. And you can lead by example. You don't need to be the person that's the loud one. You don't have to be the one that's doing anything extra. You can just take care of your job and help that everybody follows in after you. And that goes along with working hard. You always got to try to be your best at whatever you do. You can't ever have any days where you say, I'm good enough right now. You can always get better every day. And the last one is character. And I'm sure you guys talk about character all the time with your teachers. And character is something that no one can ever take away from you guys. And those are things that you can work on every day just on trying to get better yourself. And I think if you guys can focus on that, then you guys can become better people yourself and a better teammate. And that's what everything is here for. So thank you guys for having me out here today.
Thanks, Giles, Connor, and Victory Tiger for sharing your thoughts with us today. My name is Isis Norris, and I have the privilege of introducing our superintendent of USD 489, Dean Catt. Welcome to O'Loughlin, Mr. Catt.
Thank you. I'm very glad to be here. Why is everybody wearing orange today? Kindness Day, not because of Halloween? Well, that's really nice that all of you, your teachers, everybody's wearing orange. Very, very nice. And I see all these people out here with pinwheels. Did you guys make pinwheels? Yes! And what are they for? For what? What? Kindness Day. Okay, well, good. That's why I'm here. I want to talk a little bit about Kindness Day. What you guys are doing here today is very special. It's the start of something big in Hays. You guys are doing something that everyone across the country is doing, and that is doing random acts of kindness. This is like nothing else that anyone is doing. You're going to focus on being positive, not being mean, doing random things that make a difference in people's lives. In just a little bit, you're going to see the mayor. Does anybody know who the mayor is, what the mayor does? He runs the whole city of Hays. And he's going to have a special message for you here. And he declared Hays the Hays Kindness Day is today because of what you're doing here. He has a special message for you that you're going to see, that you're the only school that's going to see this message right now. Very, very special. How do you know if you're doing random act of kindness? If you help your mom or something, that's right. You can open doors for somebody. There's all kinds of things you can do that will show that you have kindness, isn't there? What I want to challenge every one of you guys to do is at least 2 times a day, pick something that you know is going to be an act of kindness and do that. Not just today, the rest of your life. Do that every day. I have a few examples of what acts of kindness would be. How many of you sit with the same people at lunch every day? A lot of you. When you go to lunch tomorrow, try to find somebody that you haven't sat with. Make a new friend. Sit by somebody different. That would be showing them some kindness, wouldn't it? Always do your best. You heard the same message about doing your best. Do you think the 2 baseball players from Fort Hays are able to play college baseball if they didn't do their best every day? No, they wouldn't. That's what you guys need to do every day. Work very, very hard in school every day. Compliment somebody. Do you know what a compliment is? Tell them that they look nice. Oh, I like your hair. That's a pretty bow. I love that flower in your hair. Those are compliments. Share those with people. It makes them feel good. Use your manners. Have you ever heard that before? Use your manners? So what does that mean? Say thank you, say please and thank you. Do that every day and every time somebody asks or you have an opportunity to do that. Somebody said opening a door for someone would be an act of kindness. Yes, that is. If you see your teacher with their hands full of supplies and books, can you help carry some of those for one of your friends? That would be another way to show an act of kindness. Following rules. How many of you are told every day to follow the school rules? So that means from today on, you're going to follow all of the school rules, all of these things that your teachers say every day. That's going to make your teacher feel very, very good, and they will know that you're a kind person. How many of you want to be the first in line all the time? A lot of you. Do you think if you let someone else go first sometime that would be showing an act of kindness? I do too. I think that would be nice for you to say, oh, please go ahead of me. You look like you're a little more hungry than I am in lunch line. Or if you need to go to recess, lining up for recess, let someone go in front of you. That would be another way to show that. I know a lot of you are Royals fans. I saw you raise your hand. And you know the World Series is going on now in Kansas City. And this is one of the things that, as an adult, that he learned a lesson about doing random acts of kindness. This gentleman found 2 World Series tickets that somebody had left on a bench in Kansas City. And they were $1,600 a piece. And do you think he kept them and went to the game? No, he called, found out who owned it, and gave it back to the owner. If you find something that isn't yours, turn it into the police, turn it into your principal, your teacher, and it'll pay dividends. The people asked him if he wanted one of those tickets to go to the game, and he said, no, they're your tickets, please go. But that's what a random act of kindness is. Always remember to treat others the way you want to be treated, and you will be doing an act of kindness. Laughlin ambassadors, I see y'all lined up over here. I want you to lead by example. That was one of the things that the gentleman mentioned from the baseball team, leading by example. Don't expect your classmates and other students at Laughlin to do things that you're not willing to do yourself. Do you guys pick up trash when you see it? Do you use your manners? I don't doubt that you do all the time. The more you do that, even as you turn into an adult, the better off you're going to be. lead by example. Set an example for others to follow. The more often you do acts of kindness, the more you become a habit. You know what a habit is? It's just something you do and you don't even realize it. You enjoy doing it. So if you pick 2 things every day or more, some of you can do a lot more, and you do that every day, before long you're going to realize that you're doing it, or you won't realize you're doing it, but everyone else will. Do you know who Mark Twain is? Have you ever heard of Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer? You will. You will. Sometime you will probably have to read some of those books. But he was a writer. He wrote a whole lot of books. And I think he summed up what kindness is the best that I've ever heard. And he said, it is the language the deaf can hear and the blind can see. And you're probably asking, well, how can somebody that can't hear know that I'm doing a random act of kindness? Or how can somebody that can't see me doing a random act of kindness? A lot of times it isn't anything that you hear or see, you feel that. And anybody in the world can tell whether they speak your language or how different they are. You can tell that somebody is kind the way they act. What is the simplest way to show that you care? Yes. You can help somebody? Yes. The very, very simplest thing. It doesn't take anything. Give a compliment. Somebody, what am I doing? Smile. That makes the biggest difference in the world if you smile. Make a point to smile all the time. If you have a grumpy face or set a frown, does that make it look like you have any, or being kind and enjoy what you're doing? No. Does your teacher ever come up and give you a pat on the back? I'm sure some of them do. All of them do. They all love you very much. But just giving somebody a pat on the back goes a long way to make them feel like you care. That's just a simple way to show that you care and that you're a kind person. I want to thank you for inviting me today. And don't forget at least 2 acts of kindness every day from now on. Whether you're at school or at home, at church, anywhere that you happen to be, make a point to think about doing random acts of kindness. And make sure that you always have a big smile, and that's going to make a whole lot of difference in your life. Thank you for having me, and enjoy your pinwheels. I can't wait to see the picture of your pinwheels, and pinwheels for peace, I believe. So, thank you for having me.
Gentleman, and he took time just to come and visit with you. You have been so blessed today because we've had the baseball players, we've had Victory Tiger here, they came, the singers came just for you guys, special day. Well, we have one person that really wanted to be here because he particularly likes O'Loughlin School. He is the mayor of Hays, Kansas, and he said, Mrs. Harmon, I am so sad I have to be in Topeka today. So we videotaped his message just for you.
Good afternoon, O'Loughlin students. My name's Henry Schwaller. I'm the mayor of City of Hays. I wish I could be with you this afternoon. Unfortunately, I'm in Topeka. There's no place I'd rather be than O'Loughlin School, particularly to share a very important message with you, and that's about kindness. Many years ago, I was just like you, except I attended Wilson Elementary School. And I remember what it was like when people around us were different and the way we treated them. You see, when we saw someone who was different or not like us, we kind of picked on them. We bullied them. And that was not okay. It didn't make them feel any better, it hurt them, and didn't make us any better either. You see, the thing about people who are different, they make our lives better. They give us new experiences, new thoughts, new ideas that we wouldn't have if we just hung out or associated with people who are just like us. So it's important to be kind and treat everyone with respect, no matter their differences. And in fact, we should look for differences or diversity, not only in our classroom but in our friends. This is such an important occasion that I prepared a proclamation just for you and your school, and a message for you to take home to your family. Let me read the proclamation. It's a little formal, but I think you'll enjoy it. To the citizens of Hays, Kansas, greetings. Whereas the city of Hays, Kansas is a community that welcomes all people and encourages kindness towards its neighbors. And whereas Wednesday October 22nd is Kansas Kindness Day. And whereas all Kansas and Hays residents are asked to perform random acts of kindness for their neighbors and wear the color orange to show their support for bullying prevention. And whereas our goal is to empower youth, connect families, and transform Hays and the entire state of Kansas into a state of kindness. Now therefore, I, Henry Schwaller, as mayor of the city of Hays, do hereby proclaim Wednesday, October 22nd, 2014, as Kansas Kindness Day in Hays, and encourage the residents of Hays to join us into making our community a friendly community that welcomes all people. In witness thereof, I have set my hand and affixed the seal of the city of Hays this 22nd day of October 2014. I want you to see this proclamation, look at it. This is an official act. And so your goal and your task after this presentation, when you go home today, is to talk to your family about kindness and treating others the same way. Thank you, and I look forward to you being our future leaders here in Hays or anywhere across the United States.